is worried about being pulled over. You heard that?
Yes.
And I'm going to suggest to you that, and as I will demonstrate in a minute, that the worry about being pulled over is with the use of the blue lights. That's what I suggest. Now, my question is, did you know the partner to be using blue lights as well?
No,
you don't?
No,
okay.
No.
And when he says, my business partner, the one who is paying us, is the partner that you have just referenced there, was the partner paying you? And
No.
Who was he paying?
He's talking about them. He's talking about them.
When he says the one who's paying us?
Yes, he's talking about them, not me. No.
I thought the us was inclusive of you in that message.
No.
He seems to suggest so.
No, it doesn't say so there.
He does say the partner, the one who is paying us.
Yeah, us. He was going to say you and us. You see, there he's saying us, them.
But why would he have had to tell you about the person paying them if that had nothing to do with you? Or because he could just have said my partner, full stop.
Yes, I don't know.
Why did he have to refer to payment?
No, I don't know, Commissioner. I really don't know.
But you do accept that grammatically the us could have referred to you as well. I'm not asking whether as a fact it was referring to you, but you accept that grammatically the us could have referred to you as well.
It's difficult to accept that, Commissioner. Let me not lie to you.
That's because you are focusing on whether as a fact it was, and that's not what I'm asking.
In fact, I know that environment there.
I'll leave it. It's a matter of interpreting the grammar.
Yes.
I'll leave it at that.
The honeymoon, did Mr. Van Wyk pay for this honeymoon that he's talking about?
I never went to a honeymoon. But I went to Cape Town.
Did he
not
pay
a honeymoon.
No. Did he pay for that trip to Cape Town?
No. We, in fact, me and my ex, we are paying in the same month. From early, we used to budget, and we know that during the year we don't have money to celebrate our birthday. They were apart, a week apart or 2 weeks apart. Then we'll wait for me after my payday, close to my payday. Then that's when we adding on top of what we were getting. Or on top of what we added.
You've answered me. You don't need to give a full explanation.
Sorry.
You said no. I accept your no answer.
Then, Commissioner, it will go to that thing when you asked me that. If Magakola said, let me, I was going to write a lot of things.
Can I just ask, why would Mr. Van Wyk speak to you about his partner who is concerned of being pulled aside on the road if it wasn't because it's a conversation that you know something about and he wants you to do something about it, or he wants to have a further conversation about it?
Commissioner, as I've said that, he used to complain about the partner.
No. He's talking about his partner being worried of being pulled over. My question is, why would he? It's not a complaint. He's telling you, in fact, he says, go well to Cape Town. When you come back, please let's touch base, right? So my question is, why would Mr. Van Wyk talk to you about his business partner who is concerned about being pulled over if it is a matter that is of no relevance to you and that you can't do anything about?
Maybe thought that I will do magic. Because one of the things, Mike, let me answer. One of the things that I detected with Mike is that I was used during the process. Every time when he will call, you see, it was when he's having problems or challenges or obstacles. You see, I think I was. In fact, he has confirmed in one of his interviews now that I was just using.
Okay, let's forget the interview for purpose of my question. Ms. Silo puts to you that this had something to do with the use of the blue lights. And I want to suggest to you that indeed it looks that way. It's about something that you have the power to do something about, and that he's been discussing with you. So he knows you're familiar with this topic. If you listen to this clip, it has no context. So he knows that you're familiar with this topic. And I want to suggest to you that you were familiar with the topic. You knew what he's talking about when he says to you, my business partner is concerned that he may be pulled over. You knew what that topic was about. And I want to further say to you, the reason that he raises it with you or he mentions it to you is because he knows you can do something about this topic. And I want to suggest to you that Ms. Silo is correct to say this was must have been about the use of the blue lights, that his partner, who is paying you, and I don't accept, and I think you should understand that I don't accept your explanation for what it's worth. I don't accept your explanation that, well, maybe he's talking about his business partner who's paying the people in the office. No, he's talking about his business partner who's using blue lights, who's concerned that as he uses the blue lights, he will get into trouble, you must solve it, and it is a partner that you know firstly that partner, but also it is a partner that is paying both you and him.
No.
I want to suggest those are the facts.
No, Commissioner.
Okay,
No, Commissioner.
thank you.
Is it no respectful Commissioner, or is it?
Sorry, say that again?
I'm saying, is it not? I'm not saying it bad when I say
No, you're not being disrespectful.
Oh.
I hear you. You say what I'm saying is not correct.
Oh, yes.
That's fine.
Well,
Thank
I'll
you.
use that word, not correct.
Thank you. Thanks.
Thank you, Commissioner Baloyi. Then let's listen to the next clip and see whether it perhaps sheds any light on this particular voice note. And for the record, that will be Exhibit Bundle CJC 132. Now, if you go to your screen there, Lefa, you are page 46, and it's being projected now. And it is that first clip at page 46. Starts with, do you see it? Series 95CB. Lefa, is that the right one? Okay. So we are going to play the clip now for you.
Hey Julius, morning. I hope you had a good weekend. I'll see if I'm going to have a good week, all depending on what you're going to answer me. Where are we standing, my friend? I need to know, please. I mean, you want to do Christmas shopping. I need to make sure my boss is not in jail for blue lights. So can you please just see what we can do?
And this was a conversation in December 2021, according to that message. And you read it as appears there.
Yes.
So he is saying, please help, he's worried, and his boss is worried about the use of blue lights there, when he uses blue lights.
No, I don't have information on that.
No, he told you in that message, and you listened to that message.
I can hear that.
Yes.
Yes, I can hear that. No.
And it refers to Christmas shopping, does it?
Well, the Christmas shopping is by Commissioner Mkhwanaz. He say, you are sorted, you are going to have your Christmas shopping, but there is this problem that need to be resolved because of the threat. I'll play it again.
Please play it again.
Morning. I hope you had a good weekend. I'll see if I'm going to have a good week, all depending on what you're going to answer me. Where are we standing, my friend? I need to know, please. I mean, you want to do Christmas shopping. I need to make sure my boss is not in jail for blue lights. So can you please just see what we can do?
Did you heard that now?
Are you saying you had to do?
You want to do Christmas shopping?
Or it's one and they say, okay, yes.
Okay.
You see.
Now, who is his boss? Who did you understand? Who is his boss? Who is he referring to using
sure.
blue lights?
No, I'm not sure. It doesn't specify here.
So at least you know from Mr. Van Wyk that he has a boss who's using blue lights.
He's
The
saying-
message says so as
No, he's
much.
saying he needs to be sorted. It doesn't say he's sorted. He says he needs to be sorted.
The
question
issue
is-
that
the
he doesn't go
question-
to
The question
jail.
is, you know he has a boss who uses blue lights. Please answer that question, not something about needing
No,
to be
no,
sorted.
no. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I don't
So-
know about that.
You don't know who the boss is. You don't know that the boss uses blue lights.
Yes, no.
Okay. So why would he, and his concern is the issue of his boss being arrested and thrown in jail for using blue lights. And he turns to you to help with that.
My understanding with this, he's saying, I need to be sorted. His boss needs to use his blue light. His boss needs to use his blue light for Christmas. Not to say that his boss.
No,
Let's play it, commissioners.
No. Before you go on, because you are going to be explaining on a wrong premise. No.
Okay.
It is not, the Christmas shopping does not relate to the boss. What the clip says is you,
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
you, not his boss, you have to do your Christmas shopping.
Yes.
So please explain along those lines.
I'm
On the wrong premise that it is the boss that must do Christmas shopping.
No, I'm explaining along those lines. You see that. I
Okay,
must
please
do-
start again. Please start again and respond.
He's saying I must do Christmas shopping, then I must sort his boss with blue light, something like that. If I understand it.
All right,
That's what I was
continue
saying.
then. Yes.
Yes.
No, that's not what you said. Perhaps please redirect us, Ms.
Should we replay for the last time? Is that what the chair is asking?
No, I'm talking about your question.
No, my question was, and what I heard, he says, you are being sorted for Christmas shopping, but he has got a problem. Let me and accept what I
Oh, yes,
understand,
yes,
and then
yes,
you'll
yes,
correct me.
yes.
But then he has a problem because he has a boss who has a concern about being arrested when he uses blue lights. That's what he says.
No.
Okay.
Perhaps let's, to avoid a dispute
We're-
on this, let's play it one
We'll play
more
it
time.
again, and please listen carefully, right?
Yes,
Thank you.
yes.
Hey Julius, morning. I hope you had a good weekend. I'll see if I'm going to have a good week, all depending on what you're going to answer me. Where we standing, my friend? I need to know, please. I mean, you want to do Christmas shopping. I need to make sure my boss is not in jail for blue lights. So can you please just see what we can do?
You see, you had to do.
He starts by saying, where do we stand?
Yes, I agree.
Yeah, so, and then he tells you about the concern of the boss being arrested
No,
for use of
let's
blue lights.
say it the way you say it. He said
Okay,
you had to do after what you have said.
yes.
Christmas shopping. Then he touches his boss on blue light. Not to say I'm sort. Well, the way you are putting it is that he had sorted me with money, then I must sort blue light. No, it's not like that. We have repeated it twice now.
Okay.
And I'm keep on writing it. You have to do.
Well, if
You
I...
are cornering me to a certain corner.
No. If I misheard about Christmas shopping, I'm happy to accept any correction. So I'm not concerned about the Christmas shopping. I'm more concerned about the second part of that audio, where he says, where do we stand? So you and I, or us and you. And then he articulates the concern his boss has regarding being arrested, possibly arrested, while using blue lights. And then he says, please, see what you can do. So the see what you can do can only be see what you can do to avoid my boss being arrested while using blue lights.
You know, evidence leader.
Yes, sir.
You are very good in using these words, you see. And if I don't become careful, I will end up incriminating myself here. I'm
So I
still-
was just giving you my
your
understanding of what he
interpretation.
says.
Yes.
So is that how you understood, or did you understand it differently? And if you understood it differently, what do you understand him to be saying about his boss using the blue lights and the risk of being in jail?
My understanding is that he's trying maybe to push me to talk about blue lights, you see. And as I've said that I know nothing about blue light, and I've been consistent about that. The city doesn't issue blue lights, and there are letters that I've said, and there are letters that there's the attachment that I've proven, and I don't have powers of blue lights, you see.
Well, if his message is to be understood, he believed differently, that you can do something about his boss's risk of being arrested when he uses blue lights. He says, he ends that audio with, please, please do something.
No, Mike knows-
Remember, he started by saying, when you're talking about the Christmas shopping, he said, depending on whether you can solve this problem, he just might have a good Christmas. So he asks, where do we stand? He tells you about the risk. He concludes by saying, please, please see what you can do. And you say, what do you understand him to be talking about?
In fact, you have just simplified it for me.
Yes.
You said, you might be, and I know that I don't have those powers. The city doesn't have those powers. That's why there's no letter that says you can use blue lights. We can't find any letter. And the city hasn't done any branding, any blue lights. I've been explaining that, and I'm still explaining that.
What do you suggest? Why would he turn to you to address that potential risk?
I don't know. I don't know.
Maybe because you were
said-
involved in the drafting of the memorandum that says they will use blue lights. Can we just stop playing around here? You were involved with Mike van Wyk in preparing a memorandum. That memorandum makes provision for them to use blue lights. So, according to you, it was proper to have in the memorandum that they will be using blue lights. So stop saying to us, no, the city doesn't do that. Well, you did it. You had it in a memorandum.
Commissioner Baloyi, there's no letter. There's no memorandum that says they can use blue lights. The letter doesn't say so, Commissioner.
No, the memorandum where they undertake certain services, the Medicare, you looked at that with Ms. Sil. The Medicare 24 Anubis memorandum had a bullet point, the very last bullet point there. It says, the city will ensure that their vehicles are fitted with blue and red lights. You've signed that memorandum.
Yes.
So, Commissioner Mkhwanaz tells us the city doesn't do that, but Commissioner Mkhwanaz signed a memorandum that says the city will fit blue lights. Now, Mike, in his messages, is asking you to sort out the blue lights issue because his boss will go to jail for using blue lights. He's worried that they will stop him on the way. You are involved with that.
Commissioner Baloyi, I don't deny-
You seem to be
Oh.
questioning even the existence of the memorandum. Remember, Ms. Silo took you to page 30, I think, of the speech bundle, and where it says Ekurhuleni Police Department, itemizing what they are to do. It says EMPD will assist, or rather the assistance, EMPD last bullet, will assist with registration of vehicles under EMPD as open quote official vehicles, close quote. That accepts that these are not official vehicles. That's why they put this in quotes. And we will be permitted to use blue and red lights to respond for and on behalf of EMPD. The cost of this will be for Medicare 24/Anabis Protection Services, and you have signed that document, page 30. That's what Commissioner Baloyi is referring you to. Can you now respond to Commissioner Baloyi's question?
Yes, that's what I'm responding, Commissioner, that as I've said, even the first time when I was testifying here, that thing didn't happen. And if it happened in the city, there are systems that you must follow when these things finalize, when you start implementing issue of blue light. You can't just, as a department, there's another department that does that. And as I've said, that there's a letter that comes from Christine that confirmed that there were no blue lights, there was no branding that was done. There's no letter that says specifically people, I don't have those powers. I think Mike knows very well those powers, just playing games and trying to turn me, or I want a better way, to twist my leg that can I make a magic or can I make that?
Commissioner, we know from the evidence
Yes.
that Mr. Matlala's company, Medicare 24, was using blue lights. We've seen the videos. We know that. That's the evidence before us. That's what was reported in the media. Speeds cost an investigation to be done. So we know that blue lights were fitted to Mr. Matlala's vehicles, right? We know you have a memorandum. You signed a memorandum that approves that blue lights will be fitted to their vehicles.
Well, Commissioner Baloyi, you are not being fair to me.
No, let me finish. You'll tell me where I'm not fair, and you can give me a full answer, but let me finish.
Yes.
We know from the evidence that's been presented before us that motor vehicles which belong to Mr. Matlala have been spotted with blue lights. We know that. We know from the evidence before us that you signed a memorandum that agreed or that said the city will allow them to use blue lights and red lights. This is your memorandum at page 30 that only you from the city signed. So we know that you had no problem from this memorandum with their vehicles having blue lights. You didn't have a problem with that. Their vehicles are fitted with blue lights. Mike van Wyk is talking to you about blue lights, about his boss being worried that he will be pulled over and spend time in jail because of using blue lights. And he's talking to you about it. So between the memorandum and the message from Mr. van Wyk, the clip that you were listening to now, between that, the memorandum at page 30, and the clip, there's been conversations with you about blue lights being used by his boss. And he comes to you and he says, do something about it. What are you denying about what I'm putting to you? What are you denying? You can respond.
Yes. When I'm saying you are not being fair, the letter talks, or that memorandum talks about blue and red lights. The one that I even said, I don't have powers because it's another, it's for healthcare services. You see, the memorandum talks about that. And even last time I've said to you, Commissioner, you see, I don't deny that I had communication with Mike and everything, but it has never been presented to me that this is the car we found with blue lights and everything. It's on media, it's gossips, it's everything, but there's nothing in black and white in paper that they've said, or that witness, I don't know the way, or that complainant. As I've said yesterday, that even the person who deals with me, she has never came to me saying, this is the complaint, I got it, and I was suspended for something like, but there's nothing in black and white that says, this is the car, OP number, we've arrested the same person, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because if police stops that, if Commissioner Revospect has got powers to stop the car and take those things, but the memorandum of understanding, the one that I was pursuing, you see, talks about the Medicare and Anubas, and they're here at Boxbank. You see, that's why I'm saying you're not being fair, because you are jumping, you are saying blue, you don't say blue and red lights, as per what is right in here. There's no any official thing that comes from me that talks about blue lights, and I don't have powers to give that. Even Mike knows that I don't have powers to do that. I'll be putting myself in jail if I'm taking those powers from the minister.
Okay, no, thank you.
Commissioner, we can all read, and I don't want us to waste time. You can say whatever you want to say, but we have the memorandum in black and white which you signed, and this is what it says. By signing this MOA, the EMPD agrees to permit the use of blue and red lights by these two entities. So you are giving them permission. That's what this document says. Whether you like it or not, we can read for ourselves. And it says exactly that. It says we will be permitted to use. It doesn't say they must follow a procedure, they must do this, somebody must give them a letter. It says on the signing of this document, they will be permitted. That's what it says.
Commissioner Khumalo, I'm still coming back again. Mike talks about something that I don't know. The memorandum talks about red and blue lights. You see,
Yes.
that, but here you don't say that, you're still sticking to blue lights.
You are
And
saying
it's emergency,
just
we are
pause
talking
there.
about policing.
It doesn't mean there must be a red and a blue in one car. That's not what it says. It
No.
says they can be red or they can be blue.
No, it doesn't say so. You are changing the letter now, Commissioner. Well,
But I
Commissioner
guess we
Khumalo.
will interpret it for ourselves because we've got the document in front of us.
Please, Commissioner.
But
Because
I can tell you now,
I
my reading of it is that it gives them permission to
No.
use those lights, full stop.
I deny
And
it.
that permission came from you, full stop.
No, I deny that, Commissioner.
Commissioner, to my mind, it seems you are being evasive with regard to the question that Commissioner Baloyi was asking you. Because what Commissioner Baloyi says,
Yes.
there's reference to blue lights. Fine, there is also reference to red lights, but there's reference to blue lights. And she says this apropos your point, or with regard to,
Can you-
in relation to your point that you have no powers, the metro has no powers to install blue lights. And you say that in the context of that clip. So Commissioner Baloyi refers you back to that memorandum to show you that whatever powers you may have or not have, but you had undertaken in so many ways to assist with blue lights. Yes, you insist on referring to red lights as well. Now, what Mr. Mike van Wyk appears to be doing here is to be saying, you previously promised us or to assist us with blue lights. Now my boss is getting into trouble with regard to the use of blue lights. Do something about the undertaking you made in that memorandum about blue lights. So it's in that context that Commissioner Baloyi says, come on now, Commissioner Mkhwanaz. You cannot say you do not have the power to install blue lights or assist with regard to blue lights, rather. You cannot say the metro cannot do anything with regard to blue lights. You have already undertaken in that memo to do something about blue lights. It's on that basis that I say you are being evasive in responding to the question in the manner in which you are. Do you understand me?
No, I understand you. I get you.
And what's your response? I hope this will be the last question on this point.
Yes.
And what's your response?
No, I'm not invasive, or I'm not running away. Let me use that word. You see, I
Yes.
think Mike is trying to twist my leg. He's trying to push me somewhere where I can't go.
Twisting your leg with regard to something you had already promised them. That's the thing. It's not as if this thing is new. When he mentions it in this clip, you had promised them, you had undertaken, you have your signature on the line.
Yes, it was my wish that we had that working cooperation in terms of them assisting us with
But
emergency.
remember, it cannot just be a wish. Remember, right at the beginning when Ms. Sillo engaged you on this, she asked you, had you begun to implement? And your answer was close to 5 minutes, if not more. And you were saying in that answer, yes, we had begun to implement. So it was not just a wish, you had actually begun to implement.
Commissioner, when you remember, the first time I arrived there, we spent the whole day, you see, and I explained that that didn't materialized.
All I'm
In
saying
terms of
is,
the car.
do you remember
Yes,
though?
yes, this one I remember.
Earlier, when this engagement started with
Yes,
Ms. Sillo, do you
yes.
remember she asked you, did you begin to implement? Do you remember that question?
Yes, yes,
And do you
yes, yes,
remember
yes.
that your answer was, yes, we did begin to implement? Do you remember that
And
as
I've
well?
mentioned-
No. Do you remember that as well?
Yes, yes.
And do you remember that for perhaps not less than 5 minutes, you itemized the actual implementation? Do you remember that?
Yes,
Thank you.
Yes,
Let's leave it at that.
Thank you, Chair and Commissioners. And in fact, then, here's my proposition to you. What Mr. Van Wyk is talking about when he says he needs to ensure that his boss does not go to jail for use of blue lights and calling for your assistance, it is the same conversation from the previous chat where he said, he speaks about his business partner, the one who is paying us. And you wanted to suggest that that business partner is his, it's more of a romantic partner. And I put it to you that the business partner who is paying you is the boss that he doesn't want to go to jail. That's one and the same person that he's referencing.
No,
And that boss, I suggest to you, is Mr. Vusimusi Madlanga.
From my side, I deny that. I don't know from his side.
But